Boom. Welcome back to Half That. This is me, Nice. This is my guy, Serge. This is episode 17.
17.
We welcome my special guest, DeAndre Forks.
DeAndre.
To the building.
Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming out.
Welcome out. No problem. So, let us know, let the people know who you are, where you from, what you do.
My name is DeAndre Forks. I'm from East Palo Alto, California, and I'm a storyteller.
Storyteller. All right.
That's nice.
So, I mean, somebody who doesn't know anything about like photography, cinematography, like, and what you do you direct some of your videos too, right? Mm-hmm. The majority of them, or do you?
A lot of what people see, besides like the big work, you know, like I have friends that bring me on set and give me like practice and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but other than that, like my work, definitely like all the documentary stuff, it's all me for sure.
That's all you, okay.
Yeah.
So that East Palo Alto one, that was all you.
How many projects have you done? Like, you have like names for your project. Do you name your projects?
Not really. Yeah, I just do work. Yeah, I don't try to keep track of them, but yeah.
Just abundance. Just work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a lot of work though.
Yeah. I need to do more. It's
like never enough.
Yeah.
What was your first camera?
My very first camera, it was like this black and silver Canon. It was like somewhere in like the T2.
DSLR
like super,
film?
Yeah, DSLR, yeah.
Did you ever get into film?
Yeah, I did. I definitely still did with that one.
Oh shit.
I want to.
Like,
I
I shoot a lot.
It's a whole different field. It's a whole different field, like film.
Yeah, it is. The process is very tedious.
It is.
Yeah, it requires a lot of brain power. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as...
Wait, film is like the shit that you like develop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I used to do
I thought
that by
you were
hand.
talking about like film like as a movie. I'm like, okay.
Oh, nah.
Now, see,
You talking about like
this is
processes
like,
as like
this is like a foreign language
emotion.
to me, feel me?
Like,
emotion and shit like that.
That and how, like, older people used to shoot. Like, they used to develop film, shoot black and white and color. And
Is that similar to the process of like screen printing and like burning the image into the screen?
in a sense, yeah, like creating a negative, you're printing onto a piece of film with light.
Right.
Yeah.
And how are you using it? Like, how is it burning into the paper? Like, how does that?
Oh, if I print it?
Yeah, when you.
So we go into a dark room, and then there's paper, and then you have the negative.
Okay.
And
from
then,
what you shot.
Yeah, and then it's like these, like you've seen. I forget the name of it. It's like an easel that you put the film on, and then you burn it onto it with the light. It's like it like flashes, and then you take it to the developing process. You place the paper and all the chemicals through the process.
Right.
And then it forms a thing. Basically.
How long is that process though?
It depends on if you're getting exposures right. And
man. So if you mess up along,
so that's
you're just wasting paper at that point.
So that's just like an art in itself.
It is.
Damn.
You gotta have a
with
passion.
digital, it's just all like ones and zeros, but with film, if you fuck up, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So it's a lot of money that goes into shooting film. It's like buying it, shooting it, and then
so
developing
what's the benefit of like, you know, doing film versus digital? Like why would you do it digital if it's harder? And why would you do it with film if it's harder? You know,
it lets you it teaches you how to understand. To me, it helps you understand digital more. Like it's
okay.
You know, like so when you shoot it, I don't come home with thousands of photos.
Okay.
I come home with like at least like I try to come with like 200 or less, depending on the event, because I'm not just out spraying. Like I'm taking more time to catch the moment.
Okay, the focus.
Yeah, like I'm not just spraying shots. Like I can, but
what good is that? Where are you gonna find it? It's like catching a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
Oh
like
shit.
You can kind of plan it because you're in a directing mode. Like you have to know your subject.
Okay.
What he's gonna do, like he or she is gonna do, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Damn.
Tell me about your style, because after I look at your work and things, I see you more of like you want to show the rugged black and white, ruggish style. Like
yeah.
What's more of your style? Am I right on that?
Most of my work comes from just like experiences that I have.
Okay.
It helps me see the world differently, like seeing more into my subjects, how they feel, what vibe like do they give me when I see them, and I like to capture whatever that is because everybody's having like different experiences.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And then once you get more comfortable with like knowing and like listening to people talk and how they, you know, articulate things.
Yeah.
Like everybody has something to say, you know? So it's like with images, you give people voices in a sense without having to know them.
Right. Tell me about that one picture that seemed like you gave a voice to someone out of your community. I forgot the name of the
Mayer.
Mayer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like his story, right? Like he was laced at a young age. You know, like not very young, you know, like teenage maybe. And he's basically, to me, he's the neighborhood mascot. Like he is like, when you think of East Palo Alto, like if you don't know my ear, it's kind of just like,
it's like you
know what I'm saying? Like,
the
yeah, there's no way around it. So, and his story is like, it's crazy because everybody has good things to say about him, even before he was laced. So it's just like, for him,
it was just a bad situation.
Yeah, and but he's still like everybody know him, and he's still conscious of things, but he still has this condition. And to me, he's been like the longest living person in East Palo Alto. He's outlived so many people and been around like so much. So I feel like
so many different eras. So you gotta.
I want to highlight that because it's important to our city, you know.
Right.
You know,
So
gotta give him his roses.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like that. It's just like always seeing him. It's like, damn, like there's audio of him, but people don't know who that is.
Right.
You know,
so shine some light on that.
Yeah, you know.
That's respect.
Talking about the city. Sorry to cut you guys off, but
that's all good.
what is your feel like? I feel like gentrification's hitting East Palo Alto, all areas hard. What is your feel about that? Cause that shit, to me, that shit sucks.
It's deep.
To me, it's like business. It's like
That's all it is.
Yeah, it is.
And then it's like some people take up on that offer, which doesn't give other people the right to, you know, like it puts them in the whole bad situation. Like say if my neighbor sells their house for like $2 million, and then this is all I have, this is all I know, they gonna come and try to get my house next.
Oh, bruh. Every day, man. Like, every other day, I get a note in the mail like, "Hey, sell your house for $1 million. You don't have to do anything to it." I'm like, "Bro, leave us alone."
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy how that shit just attacks us. And it's crazy how that, like, especially you're like born and raised in East Palo Alto, right? So you could see, you know, back in the day to now, it's like, you feel me? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I seen the change from not familiar to Amazon.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I was here for that phase. I was here for that.
Shit
So
is,
it's like,
okay.
So
shit where Facebook used to be what, Sun or some bullshit, some random,
exactly.
and it's like now you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's Sun.
Now it's
so what you think about gentrification?
I mean,
what's your thoughts on it?
As Black folks, we've always been moved around. After, my opinion, every 10 years, like we always, like, you know, when gentrification first hit, it pushed everybody to Stockton. Like everybody been, East Palo Alto been a heavy population in Stockton. So with this, it's like, it's a wake up call to me for Black people to realize that this is what's going to happen if we don't invest in our community and really take advantage.
Ownership.
So like you say, you get stuff in the mail.
Yeah.
Keep saying no.
Yeah.
But you also have to build in your community. Like more people have to own. We have to do what we got to do. We can't blame other people.
That's a good point.
Exactly.
It's just a wake up call. Like we gotta look at the council.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's 3 Black people.
Let's focus on that.
We need more of
exactly.
people involved with that to where we have a say-so in our city, because it's just gonna change. Like we see it all the time. Like if you're not with it, if you're not
focused
doing what you gotta do to keep it us, then it's just gonna get taken away.
Yeah. I always say that when everybody is talking about like who you voting for president, I'm like, yo, what about the council? What about the judges?
Yeah,
This is what matters to our city. Like, fuck all that media shit. Like Donald Trump and whatever the fuck who else.
Yeah, we gotta start where we're at. That's already written.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah,
really.
we
ain't even in that tax bracket to be worried about that right now. Yeah. So it's like
that's true. I mean, you were the one that told me about that shit when I started doing because this is my first year voting.
Damn.
Yeah, first year fucking voting. And I'll say that on camera. People probably gonna judge the shit out of me, but yeah, it's my first year voting. It's like, and I was talking to Dev about it, and he was like, bro, you need to worry about this. I'm like, fuck, I'm worried about the wrong thing. You know?
No,
so
that's what it boils down to. Like,
yeah,
we gotta take accountability and do what we gotta do.
And just seeing everybody leave, man, people you used to grow up with and shit, and you're just like, damn, you're moving here, you're moving there. It's like, fuck. Now I just think of that Fresh Prince. That clip where he's just like, he's in the room, he's just looking around like, fuck, everybody's gone, you know?
And what can you do?
Yeah, you can't do shit, man.
So
you really can't do anything.
Go out to Antioch with everybody else, go out to Stockton with everybody else, and then sack with everybody else.
Yep. Just a matter of time that that shit gets gentrified. Just get, like you said, you keep moving people, man. Keep moving people. Me and Devin really look up to, like, when we look at like podcasts and shit, me and him really look up like to Deezus and Mero. That's like one of our, inspirations to starting our podcast. Mm-hmm. Now, what was your inspiration to start what you did?
Photo books.
Photo books?
Yeah. A lot of like old school photographers like Gordon Parks.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I built a lot of inspiration from them. Like, and people say they see like certain artists, older artists, they see that in my work because it's like these are influences. I don't necessarily mimic them, but it's what I see, and it helps me understand like how they document. It gives me that feel of how I document, like how I like to see.
Okay, so you have the same eye.
Yeah, yeah. It's like very real, like moments, like not necessarily like staged work.
Right.
Which I have no problem with. Like, there's nothing wrong with choreographing and staging, but more like my style is more so like how pictures when I was growing up used to look. It was just very like
a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Like you just very intimate. So,
fluid.
Yeah. And so since their work is, I can identify that with. It helps me, tell my story.
Yeah. That's dope. Yeah.
When I see your videos, I see more than just like a camera dude sitting in front of like dudes rapping in front of the videos. I see more than that. It's like it's something, you telling me something. Like you made me want to see what you talking about, see more. You feel me? See what's next. So that's the vibe I get from your work.
That came like within over time. Like I used to do music videos, but it just didn't give me the creative rush that I wanted to continue, dealing with like certain clients, certain artists. And it's not a bad thing, these are just experiences that I, choosing that world I have to go through because that's just what comes with it.
Right.
So, I grew, that's where my resentment for things, I grew out of it because I started to understand what that lane was about, so I couldn't really be mad at it because I chose it. So when I started to do more personal work, it gave me a feel of just creating something out of nothing. Well, not necessarily nothing, but basically getting what I would get from my environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I placed myself in cities like Oakland, and then seeing how that made me feel, and that wasn't where I was from. It gave me a sense of like culture that particular city like breathes. You feel like it's in the air. So I went back home to East Falls. I was like, well, shit. Like I know there's a story. Like I know that's all I know.
Right.
So I started to really take heed into what was going on in the city current with what I knew, with what I knew from, you know, when I was growing up there. And just to see how it really didn't change. It's always been that way, just getting worse.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. Nah, that's crazy, man. Like, your work is like, it speaks to people. Like, I think, like, to a point where it's like you showing the true colors of your city. Like,
telling the stories.
And to keep it a buck, like, I got, like, a lot of the stuff that I know is from the people from my city, you know? Like,
Right.
I'm not necessarily just this, like, gonna take 100% glory for telling this story. Like, it has to do with the people that I know, like, that I know.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've got, like, people telling me these things about our city that I don't even know.
Right,
You know, so I gotta give credit to my city. It's like, it's bigger than me.
right.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be seen as, like, the face of anything.
I see exactly.
Like, I'm shedding light on people from my city as well.
Right.
Because I'm telling their stories.
Yep.
You know, I'm just a part of it.
I can see exactly
So,
what you mean.
yeah, like, I feel like I owe that with my art, at least, before I go out into the world and become, you know, like how I see myself to be. You know, so it's like, I want to tell that story. I have to make sure that that's out there.
Your
Yeah,
city stories out there.
Yeah, that's like my entry point. For me, that's how I see it.
Yeah, that's
You know?
your stomping ground. Like,
Yeah,
that's how you want to
like
be seen.
most people that you see are successful do that. Like, you know, Jay-Z's from Marcy Projects.
Right.
I kind of feel that though, as like, because I'm shooting like some videos for my friend, and he has a bunch of really nice bikes, and like like his dad is a really big part of Menlo Park, and he's known because in that area, and it's cool to like shed light on kind of him and what he does, and he's not like he just does it for fun, and he wants to get more kids involved in biking, and it's cool to shed light on something, have the ability to shed light on it.
Yeah, using media, you know.
Definitely
It's like,
using your platform.
yeah, it's like you're not necessarily speaking, but you are, you know, like you don't, you know, so like I feel like the art is more received in that area versus you saying it,
Definitely.
you know, because everybody's saying something, you know,
Right.
like anybody can talk.
So what's your purpose? What's
Yeah.
your meaning?
Yeah, and that's where the purpose over popularity comes from. It's just like I've never been like popular, but people know me, you know, but I want to show that being popular really doesn't, it's not
Really don't matter.
yeah, it really don't matter, you know, it's
Speak for
like,
itself.
yeah, like let the work speak, you know,
Yep.
instead of talking. And I think that's one of the like life learned lessons that I'm learning, like as I get older. Because I tend to talk a lot, you know what I'm saying? So the art kind of like shuts me up because I'm like be saying the wrong shit at times, you know? So,
Feel you on that.
yeah,
Balances you out.
yeah.
That's dope.
It helps me grow, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like playing victim. It's more so just how like life has been, like what life's been showing me, you know?
Right.
Like, to let the art just talk and, yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of
Listen more than you talk. That's why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know?
no, I've been kind of on that path too, where I try to prove myself rather than just say, you know, what I do.
Yeah, you gotta keep it.
Yeah. Let your work talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You gotta
exactly
be
how
real.
it is.
You gotta be real with yourself too. You know.
Yeah, it's like my first impression was like that video, like I told you earlier, the East Palazzo one. I was just like, what the fuck? I was like,
Yeah.
I ain't never seen this.
But see, a lot
I
of
never
that-
seen anybody did it.
I can honestly say like my best work comes from when I'm being like truthfully like honest with myself. Your mood, like it shows. And at the time that I was working on the East Palo Alto stuff, it was like a burst of like, it was just like, it just came out of me, you know, like my city just brings that out of me, you know, like just being there, that shit is just like normal. Like, especially me being a part of the community, like I know these people
Right.
and they trust me. That's the biggest thing, you know, like to tell this story, like nobody has like said anything like weird to me about like what I'm doing. Like you better do this right. It's like,
They trust you.
yeah, because of my roots, like people, like the people that are known, like my family, everybody knows my family.
Right.
Like first, like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, like by first and last name, everybody. So people ask me how like I get so engaged in this process. It's just you have to be. It has to be personal. Yeah, like
people can see the passion.
Yeah, like, especially with, like when you're talking about film, what made my work more intimate was like the cameras I was using, like, and the subjects that I chose to shoot. It went hand in hand. Like I know for a fact that, like, them stopping me and asking me like what type of cameras I use, that they know. Like, they know the entire process. Like, they know the process and they respect it. So,
compared my work to your work, I see yours as like something I aspire to get to, because I'm just getting into this more or less. And you know, yours is like, I have something to shoot for. You know, like when I see it, it's very stable. It's very, like you said, emotional. Like, things are just done right, in my opinion. Like, when I see it, it's done right. And you know, like watching your stuff helps me, you know, try to learn and get better too.
So what do you got any like free game to people like that? So like, what do you say to people like that?
Like, be honest about the work, you know, like really like set your intentions on what it is you're trying to put out there. Like, show intent. You know, like, I used to judge people for like how they created their work, but then I had to realize that it's like the intent, you know, like everybody's telling a different story. And it really helped me like shape my work and appreciate other people's work a different way, you know. And so it ties into becoming a better person, honestly, you know. Like, it's crazy, like the work that I do is just turning me into a different person, like for the better. It's keeping me accountable. You know what I'm saying? And owning up to the mistakes.
Right. That goes back to your art checking you.
Yeah. Exactly. It's like, it's constantly checking yourself, you know? So
your art, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, like I really encourage people to just take that step to become better. It'll help the art.
One of the most useful things that I've just learned in life in general is whenever I do something, I always ask if there's anything you'd see, anything stands out, comments, you know, anything that you would, you know, want different. You know, what would it be? I want and love criticism, because that helps me grow and I get better. Even because I don't know, I've always been a very shy person and I don't like feedback, but I need to get feedback in order to grow as a person, even like through videos, photography. I'm not great, but I can be. You know, it's just, how do I get there?
It's $1 million question.
You gotta find people that do what you do and like will genuinely like tell you like how I'm telling you, like like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, the thing is, you have to find people that are not so selfish with the knowledge, you know? Because like, I've learned from people.
Some gatekeepers.
Yeah, there's gatekeepers, and like that. Even that, like, I don't even know what that means. It's like, information is out there. It's free. It's always been accessible, but more than ever now because of the internet, right? But some people learn different. Like, some people like to do the internet and like look up stuff. Some people also use their like life experiences and connecting with people, like networking. Like, is different ways of getting information. So if you can find someone that's genuinely giving you information like that, is priceless, you know?
Yeah. Networking is
sharing experiences.
So important.
Yes. Like,
another question. So me as kind of cameraman, it's hard for me to get into like a director's mindset, because cameraman and director totally different. Like, is there anything that you could recommend, or anything? What do you do when you're in each position?
Honestly, the only time I can honestly say I'm in director is like when I'm creating nothing out of something. So to get into like an actual director, like it's more so like who you know. You know, like I have director friends, and like I just reach out, like, yo, like what you working on? Is there any way I can be of help with what I know? You know, and a lot of people that I know that have stepped into that I like came up with, they've been good about giving me those reps. You know, cool. Shout out to them for sure.
It's all about your connection.
Yeah, like it's just you know. Yeah, it really boils down to like opportunities is based off of who you know.
Putting yourself out there too.
Yeah, and putting yourself out there to meet these people and people respecting the work and like trusting you to.
Can't be a hermit.
Yeah, you know, trusting you and bringing you on like to help.
How do you do that and still value yourself and still, you know, because you don't want to be just another like cameraman or just another person out here videotaping person. How do you do that and still hold credibility as in starting in the game?
Starting? I mean, like, you gotta just try things. You can't, you can't limit yourself to things. You have to like give yourself experiences and be patient. But also, it gets to a point where you also have to choose what you want to do and stick to that. You don't, like you say, you don't want to spread yourself too thin to just doing like, you know, pointless things, you know, like.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't say pointless. I wouldn't say pointless, but more like cater to like how you feel and what you want to do. You know, like some people enjoy music videos. Like there's nothing wrong with that,
right?
You know, so but you just have to make a decision. You know, like.
Is this gonna be a regular rap video? Is somebody just showing jewelry, pointing guns, or is this gonna tell a story throughout this video?
Right. Like, are you gonna really like do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, not just do like what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, really putting thought into the work.
Right.
You know,
don't half-ass it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there's nothing like the people. I understand where they're at. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong. I'm not criticizing like how people do it, but you know, guns in the video, like that's what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it is what it is.
Yeah, everybody's
different.
Yeah. So I have to. This is my different. You know.
That's dope. This is my different.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I don't.
I like that.
I definitely don't want to.
Everybody do what they do, but this is my different.
Exactly.
I like that. That's dope. Right.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm getting better with not criticizing people's work, like just accepting it like for what it is, because that's where they're at, and that's like where I came from. Like I wasn't always.
On a deeper note, excuse me, I just been on some like I just been accepting people for who they are. It is what it is. Like, that's crazy. I just was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna trip over what this person is doing, how this person is. It's just how they are. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So they
try not to judge it.
You know? Judge is
because you wouldn't want the same thing.
That's hard because a lot of people do judge a lot of shit. Like,
I've done it.
He did that.
Yeah,
he could have done this. That's just whack. That nah.
Right.
I don't know about him. You know.
And I'm trying to stop. You know, I'm trying to stop with that. Like
that's good.
Hey, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can y'all cut me though?
Yeah.
Just tell them how we used to. Remember how we used to talk on the phone? We used to talk about that. You know how we say people change every day.
Yeah.
You feel me? Somebody could be fucked up, you know what I mean? But they could be going through that. You feel me? People change every day.
Yeah.
I think you should let them know. But can we talk about that all the time?
Yeah.
My bad.
That's good as well.
But like related to what though?
Huh?
People change every day, but like related to what?
Just one to what he said.
Like don't judge people.
Yeah.
People change every day.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like people change.
what
Like
it is,
you know what I'm saying. Like evolving is a part of life. You know what I'm saying. So you gotta really hold yourself accountable and
Like it's growth. Like Like the person you was yesterday or last month. Like I've been in situations where I think I said this on like an episode before where somebody will see you like 3 months ago and you'll be in a fucked up situation and then they'll see you for who you are in that situation and then they won't see you for another 4 or 5 months, but you blossoming and you growing and you just living your best life, but they seen you fucked up and they just see you in this whole different light.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So now you just this whole positive person and you come back and they don't even see you as who you are now.
Mm-hmm.
They
You know
see
what I mean?
you were.
You know what I mean? So they still holding that negative image on you as who you was a year ago. You know what I mean? So people do change like every day. So it's like you say, you gotta hold yourself accountable and be realistic and shit like that.
Yeah. And don't take it personal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because people change.
Yeah,
It's like, you know,
I agree.
you gotta be patient with yourself. You know, and others too. You know, like, but you can't also tie yourself up into that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta just keep it moving. And if it's, you know, if you gotta cross paths later on different terms, it's like, you know, well, I don't see why not.
Right, exactly.
Unless
don't hold
you know,
no grudges.
Yeah, you know.
Introduce your cousin, because you got him in the background. We're going to hear his voice from time to time, so you might as well give him a shout out.
Oh, that's Sean. That's Sean. Yeah.
Sean back there like, nah, nigga, I got a whole nother name.
Yeah.
What's
Sean.
your name, Sean? What they know you by?
Sean.
Right now. Hey,
I need about an hour worth of rest.
my name no playing F Dot or whatever you want to call me, AK Mr. Fire Up. Shout out to them.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Mr.
Fire up.
Funny.
Mr. Fire. Okay.
Sean.
Yeah, Shine too, and it's Shine with it's not SH, it's not SEAN, cause that's Sheen.
Oh, okay. Oh, like
It's
SHAWN.
SHAWN.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Real project.
What? Real ghetto baby. Similar.
She, nephew, go get them all.
Oh my god.
Give him his ball back, bro. Give him his ball back.
Favorite movies. Favorite movie. Top. Let's do top 3. Not top 5.
Top five?
Top
Make
5.
sure you
All right,
top five.
project movie.
Shut up.
I'll go with my top 5 first.
Let me.
Okay, let's not get there.
Can we go project movies? Come on,
You gotta
cuz.
go
Let me get
top 7.
Damn.
top 7.
Nah.
Top 5 and a bonus one.
Three
Top 5 and
strikes.
a bonus one.
3 strikes.
3 strikes?
3 strikes.
Okay.
The wash.
The wash.
I just gave y'all 2.
That's 2?
2. Like y'all got.
Oh. Alright, you can win way back. So I was straight going off of Belly.
Baby boy.
I'm definitely going Belly.
Baby boy.
Baby Boy?
Baby Boy's a good one.
I'm going Shotters. I like Shotters.
Shotters.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
What? Oh, come on, friend.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
Damn.
Shit, you gotta hit Minister Society up there. If we doing project movies,
Society's
just
good.
like black movies, project like alright, Minister Society.
Definitely.
That tells a story.
Oh, Man Society's good. I seen that one.
Or what's that one? Damn, I'm feeling so like I'm blank right now. What's that one
that's
with
a
Ice
bonus.
Cube and Cuba Gooding?
I knew you was gonna say that.
Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, I blanked out.
That's
on
like a
that
classic. That's like
That's
that's like
Like a classic?
that is a classic.
That is.
That is the
But-
classic.
One. My favorite one, classic, all time.
Oh, I know it.
Crooklyn, bro. I'm from New York. Like that's
Yeah.
my or.
Juice.
I was liking Juice, man, in the background, random guy. Shout out to Chillville. Shout out to
Juice is
Chillville. Juice is cool.
I think we hit like 7.
We did.
Yeah. Devin just
we
going.
did.
He's
I
just
be
fuck
going,
it.
bro, because I be on it. Because, like, all right, my mom
I was thinking
movies.
the reason why it's so hard is because you said like 5. I'm like, that's not even fair to me.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
You want to go top
it's so-
10?
I don't, man.
Top
There's
10?
so many.
Because it's like Fresh. That movie Fresh was a good ass movie. I love that movie Fresh.
Bamboozle's my shit.
Bamboozled is a dope one.
Yeah, that one kind of like I used to watch that a lot and not understand it. I just knew it was very black.
That's crazy because I just got it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, nah, like I used to like I really watched that movie a lot, and then as I got older and started really getting into the art form, I started to understand that movie more.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Like seeing behind the scenes. And seeing Hollywood for what
that was a
it
very
is.
important movie.
Yeah.
Spike Lee.
Oh, Spike Lee.
Oh, we didn't even say do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Do the right
Was
I did say Crooklyn though. So
Mo Better
Shout out to that.
Blues. That's
Mo
a
Better
good
Blues.
one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Spike Lee's one of my favorite directors.
Huh?
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
One of my favorite directors.
What about mob movies? You into mob movies? Because that's like one of my favorites.
It's like Goodfellas and shit?
Goodfellas.
Oh yeah,
Casino.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Casino's up there.
Yeah.
Godfather.
Godfather.
I haven't gotten the Godfather. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, you got the.
It's so long.
Hey, just take out a whole day if you want to go back
that's
to back. You gotta take out a whole day, bro.
You need a whole
Yeah, I feel bad saying it on camera, but
Nah,
it's one of those like.
Dum.
it's like 3.5 hours long.
Way
I'm like,
too
bro,
many
what the
times.
fuck am I doing?
And it's so slow paced, huh?
And then you get to number 2, you're like, bro, I need another 3 hours to go through this
Yeah,
I
shit.
love that movie, bro. I love it. I love that like that mysteriously. Oh, we gonna murk this nigga, but we gotta figure it out. It's like we can't murk him until we get the higher up say so. It's like it's order within all this
Sin
fucking
City.
chaos.
Would you categorize that?
I really
As like a
I've
mob-
never seen Sin
It's more of
City.
a comic book, right?
It's
What
a
was like
com-
mob movie?
Yeah,
I
it
never
was very
seen Sin
mobbish.
City.
You never
That's
seen it?
It's a hybrid of both, I'd say.
It's in its own bucket.
Yeah.
It's different.
So what about like directors? You said Sin City. I know that's directed by
Robert Rodriguez.
yeah, and then
Robert
what
Rodriguez
is
is one of my favorites.
Quentin
Quentin Tarantino's another one.
Tarantino's good.
Mm,
I like.
yeah.
I mean, I like him. Inglourious Bastards.
Oh
my
my
God.
All his shit is good, bro. All his shit.
One of the, I
Hateful
actually
Eight.
really liked Four Rooms. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah,
4 Rooms.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I liked it.
What is it?
It's a Quentin Tarantino movie, 4 rooms. So basically, somebody's like a bellboy, and he goes to 4 different rooms, and it's
And they're all directed by different people.
yeah, and it's fucking different scenario. And it's like 30 minutes of just one room, and it's a crazy room doing shit, and you go to another one, yeah. And then
How
they
did I miss that?
Bro, it's I think it's on Netflix.
4 rooms.
4 rooms. It's one of his it's one of his earliest things.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Since y'all talking about all that being black, can y'all talk about Ice Cube?
What?
Don't he direct movies and shit like
Oh yeah, he do everything.
We just said Spike Lee.
that? Oh, okay.
Nah,
We ain't-
Ice
we
Cube
just
though.
said-
Nah, I feel where you're going with this. Oh my God. Yeah.
Ice Cube. What?
All About the Benjamins.
Oh yeah,
I like All About the Benjamin.
that was a good movie.
Jesus.
That was dope. He said, blom, 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 you'll
I know,
never
like-
find a hairline like mine.
I know that movie by heart. Like
All
watching
About the
it, I be saying every. Wow, from the beginning to the end.
He said, you don't even say, yes, you said, sir.
Wait.
Repeat 2 lines.
Bound enforcement, don't you fucking move. Remember right in the beginning? Kick the door in. Sit down. Yeah.
He said, yeah, that's my shit.
Wow.
I just said a line that y'all don't even know.
Yeah. That's right in the beginning.
Oh, shit. I like the part where he,
Nah, the one Frank fucking Chesko. Wow.
Frank, that's just so.
No, and the crazy thing is, they're shooting film on set. The whole argument was 647, 645. Those are different size cameras.
Oh,
oh,
damn.
6 foot. That's
6'7", 6'5".
Not a 6'5".
He's really saying camera. Like,
He said definitely saying the lenses and shit.
No,
The
he's talking
angles.
cameras. Like there's 2 different cameras, there's sizes. So it's like medium format is what I shoot, which is 6x6. So there's 6'7", 6'4", 5 different sizes.
Right.
Damn.
That is my favorite part, bro.
Dude.
Because all them niggas get murked at the end, bro. That's the
That was-
crazy part.
That was burnt. I wasn't expecting that.
That's
but
crazy.
yeah, I was like, damn.
647, 645. That's crazy. I like that part.
Damn.
It was
Yeah.
actual film cameras.
He said, what was that one? A 15.
30.
35.
37.
45, 47. Nah, I'm good.
Told you about open potato chips until you pay for them.
I saw you the other night. I was going pop, pop.
Yeah. Oh, that's deep.
That was the shit, bro. My mom had that shit on fucking DVD, nigga.
Classic.
That's the classic.
That's the classic.
Nah, but you know what another classics are?
Friday.
Trill TV 1 and 2.
Oh, Trill TV. Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh,
You really?
he was in the first one.
For real?
Word?
No, it was like,
Oh, he's in the second one. Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Bruh.
yeah. So when they
No Plane was in the second one, Trill TV.
but I was going to see. I can't make this. This not about me.
Nah,
It ties into his.
it ties into and Mac Dre and all that.
But my name no plan, but my name is Dollar too. If y'all didn't know, I was going to Trill TV though to see my favorite rapper Johnny Cash. He also goes by Dollar. You dig what I'm saying? And he died. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I ended up on that. But that's how you feel me, my name forever Dollar. F is for Dollar. You feel me, Johnny Cash. But that's how I've been with the Trill TV shit though. I was known for that though. You feel me? That's his man. They looking.
That's what I mean. He looking like who?
Bruh, Trill TV was that shit
He
was.
said you look like Mac Dre right now. Hold
we
on,
were talking about it earlier when we were saying.
Hold on, time out. You kind of do. Nah, hold on. It's either that. Hold on, time out. It's either that one or Snoop Dogg right now.
Oh,
Am I right?
I get that one a lot.
All right.
Wow.
Because niggas be tripping on me because I go somewhere. I was driving from LA one time and I pulled over at the gas station. She was like, Keith Lake Stanfield? I was like, bruh.
Bro, y'all want to hear a funny story? He used to have shorter. When he's growing out his dreads, it was shorter, right? And I was like, I was doing something like IG, and I took a picture or a video live. Some girl DM'd me, and she goes, "You're with Lil Uzi in East Palo Alto?" I was like,
Get the fuck out of here.
I was like, bro, what?
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
How did she
Lil
dead ass?
Uzi?
Yeah,
Bro,
she
reach.
dead ass.
Yeah,
DM me.
that's a reach. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta stretch before you reach.
I
bro.
was
You
like,
gotta
yo.
stretch.
He was with me. I showed him that. She's like, man, fuck that bitch.
Baseball game?
Oh, no, I took him, bro. I took him to a fucking Niners vs Giants because he's from New York. Huge Giants fan.
Yeah, I remember.
Bro, we were walking down to go
Not
get
funny.
some drinks or food, and some lady goes, "Little Uzi." I'm like, bruh.
Bro, it was weird because back then, my dumb ass, I blonde one side of my head on some like XXX shit, and they didn't know the difference.
Oh, bro, that was the
Yeah.
most funniest thing.
Lil Uzi got piercings.
Right, they didn't know the difference.
And then my thing was too, like, bro, and we're up in the state. I'm like, you think Lil Uzi gonna be up here in the
this
state?
shit?
Like, come on, bro. Like,
During the Niners and
During the
Giants game?
Niggas
yeah.
don't give a shit.
Bro, that shit was fucking hilarious.
That was some wild shit.
But earlier we were talking about setting up and we put Mac Dre there, and Devin's from he's here been here for
I'm
what,
from
10 years.
here, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
from
he's
here,
like
relax.
bro, like, oh, they really fuck with Mac Dre. I'm like, yeah, it's like a cult following, like.
Yeah, Mac Dre
Yeah.
is definitely
And then the Trill TV shit, bruh. That nobody was doing that shit. Take him on tour, all behind the scenes and shit. I was like, damn.
It's really like a cult following, but like when I view that shit, I just be like, yo, they haven't showered.
they haven't showered.
Like just looking at the whole tour process, they in the back of a Bronco probably.
Nah, bro. It was his van, bro.
Chevy Van 20s.
What?
Chevy Van.
Chevy van.
Yeah,
My
man.
bad.
Chevy Van.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stone
Also
Van.
known as a stunner van. My
Yes.
fault. Don't want to disrespect.
Nah,
But it's
yeah.
like, where did they go for
They
rest
was
stop?
hidden. There was.
Like it was
Hotels.
It was just. No, they was in the they was in the car. They was in
Yeah,
the
but
car.
they was
they-
in tellies.
but-
They was in tellies.
Right, yeah,
Like, a lot-
they hit telly. They would
Yeah,
drive to the
like-
tellies, but they just took the van
And
on
then
tour.
they had spots like this. They was on Bay Area tours.
Yeah.
and
Okay,
like
so
up and down. You know
it's-
what I'm saying? Like I mean, they was hitting different states. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, yeah, like
I was like, yo,
nah,
like that
man.
car does not look sanitary.
What? The movement was
That
there.
was crazy.
No, literally, like people had lifestyles. Like Mac Dre was well connected. Like when you hear the music, like he's.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Once you play a song like that, dun, 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 like everybody just looks around and just like the whole.
It was really a movement. Like
Yeah.
the hypey movement. All of that was like.
moving out here from New York. I think I just like and like maybe like the last leg of the hyphy movement, like, everybody was wearing that hoodie tucked back, that beanie went all the way down, and it flipped up. They had the little backpacks, like the toy backpacks. Like it was like coming from New York, fam.
Yeah.
Like it was just Air Forces, shell toes,
And Jabos.
I know.
not even Jabos. It
Nah,
was like maybe some Evisals or some shit. Like it was
No,
like
see, y'all was
different.
Yeah, y'all fashion has always been ahead of California's, like just off rip. So for us, it was more so like what we grew up to know, like what we were influenced by. You know what I'm saying? So like we went up on New York until the internet,
Okay.
really, and you had to really be tapped in with like music.
Okay.
Because music was a lot of fashion culture, about a lot of fashion culture.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So when it came to music, y'all was
what
in
we
the bubble.
yeah,
Y'all
it's
was in the
like
bubble.
like we knew what was going on because of the radio, but we only knew so much.
Right.
So when y'all started hitting our airwaves, it was kind of like, oh, something new.
Like the social media.
Yeah, but
all that tapped
but
in.
before all that, it was all local artists. Like the independent game came from
Yellow
the Bay
Bus,
Area,
Yellow
all of
Bus
that
stuff.
Yeah, nah, see that came with
Was
like
that the
with-
last leg? That was like the last. That was the after effect of what the hyphy movement was.
yeah,
It's like,
not
it's like
like
the middle of it.
it was.
Is it the middle? I don't know, bro.
Oh,
You
so
gotta
like
educate me,
yellow.
brother.
Okay, so the Yellow Bus, like that era was more so after Mac Dre died.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? Like
Oh, sure, yeah.
before
what
that,
you're
it
saying.
was E40, Super Sick with It, all that, the Federation, Mac, like, you know what I'm saying?
This concludes our episode of Half That, episode 17 with my guy Serge. This is our special guest, DeAndre Forks. Let them know where they can find you.
DeAndreForks.com and at your local function when they open the world back up.
Holla, holla.
All right.
Half That, DeAndre Forks. Let us know.